Hello students, welcome to another video for class 8 chemistry. We are doing the chapter carbon. Today we will be proceeding with the last part of carbon chapter where we are reading about the oxides of carbon. If you remember, in the last video I had discussed about the carbon dioxide, one of the oxides of carbon. Today my focus will be carbon monoxide. Now carbon monoxide is also a gas which is very poisonous and flammable. It burns quickly. It generally is produced when there is limited supply which is provided to any fuel, and then carbon monoxide is produced. It is present also in the exhaust gases of the automobiles and furnaces due to the incomplete combustion of carbon or the carbon-rich fuels. Generally, what happens is, if you are in a closed room and there is some wood burning maybe, so after some time slowly what happens is the carbon dioxide gets reduced to carbon monoxide, and this can be very poisonous. So it is very important that rooms with the wood fires, they should be well ventilated to allow the carbon monoxide and the soot particles to be removed time to time. Otherwise, if they don't have proper chimneys and the ventilation is not proper, then it may result in the suffocation and ultimately the person may also die. Even if people use biomass fuel like cow dung, etc., it also produces some amount of carbon monoxide, and therefore the cooking, if it is done indoors, the people have to be really very careful with it. Now, talking about the carbon monoxide's properties, if we talk about the physical property, it's very simple. It's almost like carbon dioxide. It is colorless, odorless and tasteless gas. It is also very slightly soluble or less soluble, you can say, in water. It dissolves some organic compounds as well, like chloroform and acetic acid. And if we talk about the chemical properties, it is highly flammable. As I told, it burns, and it reacts also very vigorously with oxygen, chlorine and fluorine. It is a toxic gas, as I have been telling you, and it causes suffocation if we breathe it in. Talking about the poisonous nature, why are we telling that this gas is so poisonous? It can cause headaches, dizziness and nausea. Even it can lead to a death of a person due to asphyxia. Now what happens is, if you are continuously exposed to carbon monoxide because maybe of a gas leakage, or if you are in a closed room, as I told, in a closed garage with the vehicle motors on, then the carbon monoxide, it mixes with the hemoglobin of your blood and forms a compound carboxyhemoglobin. This hemoglobin decreases the oxygen carrying capacity of the red blood cells. As the oxygen is not carried to different parts of your heart, brain and other parts of your body, then what happens is the body becomes oxygen deficient, which leads to asphyxiation and thus leading to the person's death. So the carboxyhemoglobin is a very stable compound, and it does not allow oxygen to get mixed with your blood, thus leading to your death. So what precaution can we take, friends? Proper supply and ventilation. Close exposure to exhaust fumes can result in the poisoning, so you have to be careful that you avoid such conditions. Burning wood or cow dung also indoor with poor ventilation should be avoided or prevented. Now, talking about the uses of carbon monoxide, it is used as a fuel gas mixture with other gases like hydrogen and some more gases mixed with it. It's used for fabrication. It's used for the manufacture of many chemicals, you can say, which are used in the laboratory. It is having a very good property as a reducing agent, and mostly it is used in the extraction of metals like iron. And when the metal is reacting, the metal oxides, they react, there is a reduction reaction leading to the formation of a pure metal. And also carbon monoxide has some role in the electronics and semiconductors applications and industries. So Here I would like to tell you the uses of carbon dioxide as well. As in the last video, I did not stress on the uses. I thought why not put it here today with carbon monoxide. So you know that plants use carbon dioxide to prepare their food. You know the process of photosynthesis uses carbon dioxide as a reactant. Also in manufacture of the carbonated or the aerated drinks that you consume, they contain carbon dioxide under pressure put into the mix with the water, forming the soda water. Then we have the dry ice, which is used for chilling and freezing the food. Now this dry ice is a sublimable substance which does not go through the liquid state, and thus it does not create any mess. So it's mostly used for chilling and freezing cool the food. It is used as a respiratory stimulant in the name of carbogen. If you might have heard that around a composition of 95% oxygen and 5% carbon dioxide is used for the patients with gas poisoning and pneumonia. It is used in making fire extinguishers, which is a major use of carbon dioxide as it is not combustible and does not support burning. So in different forms, you can see there I have put up a picture of a typical fire extinguisher. You can see with the red color container with a hard horn, and then it is containing carbon dioxide in different forms, or when some reactions happen between the products inside, it leads to the formation of carbon dioxide and thus helping us to extinguish the fire. Talking about the different types of fire extinguishers, we have a liquid carbon dioxide fire extinguisher where we actually store the liquid carbon dioxide in the cylinder and use it to extinguish the fire. Then we have the soda acid fire extinguisher where the soda, that is a sodium bicarbonate, along with the acid, that is sulfuric acid, it is in a container, and when this container of the acid is broken, the gas is mixed. The gas is produced because it mixes with the soda, that is the sodium bicarbonate, and resulting in the production of the gas carbon dioxide, which is released through the nozzle. Also, we have a foam type of fire extinguisher which is generally used for the oil fires, as that foam which is produced is because of the sodium bicarbonate and aluminum sulfate reaction which happens, and the aluminum hydroxide and the carbon dioxide forms a foam. It covers the oil, you can say, and then helps to extinguish the fire. In many other ways also carbon dioxide is used. You can see it in the industries where it is used to even do oil extraction. It makes it less viscous. Also in metallurgy, we use it in the blast furnace with iron oxide, coke and calcium, where actually what happens is when they are mixed in the blast furnace and hot air is blown into them, there is some reaction which happens, like the coke which gets heated, it converts into carbon dioxide, and then again it gets reduced to carbon monoxide, and this carbon monoxide, you can say, reduces the iron oxide to form the molten iron and carbon dioxide. So you can see carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide both are playing some role here in the extraction of iron. So with this, I am very sure students you can understand. Even we can say that in the fuel, different kinds of fuel that we burn, let it be wood or let it be the LPG consisting of the propane and the butane mainly, it is also containing some form of carbon. And when we talk about carbon oxides in the chapter carbon, we do emphasize a bit on the fuel part as well. And you can say that LPG is a better source of energy, a cleaner source, because it is having a higher calorific value also, and it's more environmental friendly because it produces less carbon dioxide than the normal oil or coal fuel, and also it doesn't contain sulfur, so it's considered as a clean fuel. And with this, I'm very sure students you have got an idea of the different allotropes, the oxides, and whatever is needed for you for class 8. I'm very sure we have dealt with. If you know more uses of carbon monoxide or any illness or problem that can cause or any precaution to stop the poisoning of carbon dioxide, please let us know in the chat box. Thank you for watching.